Hey everybody, this is Darnell Critty from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. And it is Tuesday morning, July 2nd, 2024. This is my State of Direction show. Usually I have my State of Direction shows every month, either the beginning or the end of the month. Honestly, I was planning on doing this show like before the end of the month, but I want to do it sooner for the simple fact because this is something I want to address out right now. Yesterday's show started off as a good show as far as July 1st is concerned. Unfortunately, like always, it's been a while. We had an uninvited guest on our show. When I mean by uninvited guests, I'm talking about the trollers, I'm talking about the harassment, I'm talking about the bullying. And for the first time on this State of Direction show, I don't like exposing anybody because I don't like being exposed. But this individual, this troller, has been doing this for so long. I hate when people force my hand. Because regardless if I'm online or offline, regardless if it's this show, regardless if it's YouTube or PlayStation, I'm trying to stay within the guidelines as far as professionally, respectfully, and most important of all, have some integrity on every side. Hate to say this, but again, I can't stop every troller in the world. But I am going to make an example at least out of one. And that person is Bobby B. I'm not going to make a whole statement on this guy, but I will say this. It's got to stop. YouTube, PlayStation community, you guys are doing an excellent job as far as putting everybody in over a timeout. I think that's good. I think that's great, but at the same time, you're not being more direct as far as punishment for those who disrespect the brand on YouTube, on PlayStation, and of course, DC and Networks and Power Players. I'm not going to make a whole history about this guy, but I'm going to get to the point. What this individual did yesterday, enough is enough. Okay? You're trolling, you're disrespecting the brands on all sides, on YouTube, on PlayStation, and of course, my show, DCN Presents Power Players. You're disrespecting the viewers, the subscribers, the moderators, and when it's gonna stop? I can't stop him, but everybody has weaknesses. Sure, he found my weaknesses, but at the same time, because he found my weaknesses, he also gave me strength to the fact that I'm not gonna play tit for tat. I'm not gonna play like we're in kindergarten and he started first or she started first. No. The only difference between me and Bobby B, and especially the rest of the trollers out there, at least they can hear the sound of my voice. At least the people that I mentioned that help support this show, and I'm talking about all 583 of my subscribers and still counting, they can hear my voice. They can understand every input that comes onto this screen and into their little minds, to the fact that it's up to their judgment whether or not if my statements are true or not. It's your choice should you choose to accept. Unlike the trollers, you want to text on the screen, you want to make big issues, you want to harass. But their weakness is the fact you'll never hear their voice. That's their biggest weakness. That's their biggest thing that they can never do. Hell, as a matter of fact, 3 years ago, no, correction, 4 years ago, I challenged a troller to come on my show live, and I was willing to pay them $100 cash. Cash ain't good enough, okay? Some things is worth more than money. I can respect that. But what's even more important besides that, this individual don't even have respect for himself. And it is stupid and it is crazy. This is why I do a State of Direction show every month. So I can stay good with myself, with the YouTube community, and of course, to the PlayStation community. You guys really, seriously, honestly need to be more forceful. Don't get me wrong, the Constitution said we do have a right of freedom of speech. I agree, but not to the point where you start having no disregards or any respect towards the evaluation of life. And again, Bobby B does not have all these requirements. And again, hate repeating myself, but I gotta say this. The difference between me and him or any other troller or anybody else that has no respect. You know, as they say, respect is earned, not given. I've earned my respect. Hell, I know what it's like to get myself banned. Another story for another topic for another time. But see, he feels, or anybody else feels, like these rules do not apply to them. Guess what? They not apply to you now, but eventually they will catch up. You ain't gotta ask yourself, and they know who they are. Do you notice every time I date my shows now? You notice why I put the years on there? This is what you call virtual proof. See, with virtual proof is something I came up with, and I'm pretty sure everybody else have a different concept than I do. But with virtual proof, you know, there's an old saying, a picture is 1,000 words, but a video, that's different. It's over 1,000 words. It's over 583 words because I have 583 people supporting this show. And for those who's watching or not, it doesn't matter what the numbers or the statistics is. It's the fact that a video has over thousands, if not millions of words. And they're watching that every time I cut on this PlayStation camera that is going through the YouTube community as well as the PlayStation community. Bobby, on the other hand, doesn't have that. Again, the difference between me from him, you will, or any other troller for all that matter, you will never hear his voice. The day you hear his voice, that's the day he'll prove me wrong and he'll prove the world wrong. You know, as the words of my boy Denzel Washington in one of my favorite movies, Training Day, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. I gotta admit, he's right. And that's the problem with Bobby. He thinks it's what he knows about me, but technically, you can't prove anything about me. But garbage, crap, false propaganda, lies, have no respect for human values. What pisses me off, have no respect for the deceased. Believe me, I got a list longer than the Mississippi River on this guy, and I don't want to cram this up in all one show right now because I have other things to do. But this is where State of Direction come in. I make shows like this to keep my self-preservation towards my integrity, intelligence, and intellect. Shout out goes out to Kurt Angle. Huge fan of his. And not to mention the WWE Hall of Fame. But I just use this in my own guidelines to show the quality and the respect for the viewers that's watching this show. He doesn't have that. You want to know what? In the end, is going to get him. I just don't know when. Here's my old personal saying. Everybody has a date with a deadline. Whether you online, offline, reality, life, death, love, hate, good, bad, doesn't matter. Everybody has a date with a deadline. Hate to say it, including me. Now Bobby B, on the other hand, see, he don't know when his date comes, when it comes down to his deadline. And you know what? That's good. That's good. That's great for him. Whatever works, man, I'm happy for you. But he overlooked one small thing. And again, I'm going to use this quotation from Doctor Strange when Mordo told Doctor Strange and they went their separate ways in the first Doctor Strange movie. And again, shout out goes out to Peter Cumberbatch. He plays a cool Doctor Strange. And the actor who plays Mordo. And Mordo said to Doctor Strange, after they fought off for Dormammu and they went their separate ways, and he said, even though Strange saved the world, but I'll always remember this quotation, the bill comes due. Which means, if it's a bill in your name, you're going to pay it. Only way you're going to escape a bill, there's two ways you can escape a bill. Unless you're rich or dead. That's the only way you're going to escape a bill. I don't care who likes it or not. That's the only way you're going to escape a bill. That's the only way you're going to escape a debt. As long as you still breathe, the bill comes due every single time. You better be rich as a millionaire, or you better be 6 feet in the dirt tomorrow. Now with Bobby, he don't know when the bill comes due because he figured he can get with anything. He can get away with anything he wants. But I assure you, even within his name, his time will come. And when the bill comes due, and here's the best part, I ain't got to be the one to give it to him, or any other troll, or anybody else for all that matter. I ain't got to be the one to tell you how much the value that's going to be, and what makes it so unique. And again, shout out goes out to my boy Prince Unique, one of my co-hosts of the show. Appreciate what you did for me yesterday. And again, I love those statements of words of positivity that you brought to the show. I don't have to be the one to give the trollers the bill on their misconduct towards the show. It ain't got to be me. You know, I'm going to pull a rabbit out of that. You're going to get it from YouTube. You're going to get it from PlayStation. You're going to get it for those who's watching this show. More importantly, you won't see it coming. And when it does, all the people you disrespect over the years, and you just recently disrespected the next future WWE superstar. And again, my condolences and respect goes out to the Sika Anoa'i family. And I apologize in advance as far as that troller's conduct is concerned. And again, Sika is also the dad of the next future Hall of Famer, Roman Reigns. And if he watched my show yesterday, if the real Roman Reigns watched my show yesterday, my apologies towards this troller's actions. Hopefully, I hope this goes public, to tell you the truth. But nonetheless, the bill comes due, Bobby. And I hope you're watching this show, because this show is especially for you. Your time is coming. And the longer you delay the inevitable, the worse of the punishment will be towards your on and offline crimes. So you got to understand, it's bad when you do it to me. It's worse when you do it to the world. And more importantly, just like everybody's watching me, they're watching you too. You know the old saying, hey man, Big Brother's watching. To tell you the truth, I'll be glad when Big Brother comes back. Something needs to be done, which brings my attention to YouTube and PlayStation. You guys, I'm going to say this one last time. Please take my ideal into consideration. And if you do, you guys have my email. Please email me. I check my emails at the beginning and the end of the month. I highly, strongly, sincerely suggest you put a satellite over the world and monitor everything. Monitor all activities, regardless if it's good or bad, better or worse, big or small, great or tall. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even make the choice right now. Only thing matter is it's time for, especially when it comes down to online entertainment, it's time for it to be organized. Because had this been the public news, you're not gonna get away with it. You're not gonna, you're not. Me, I'm trying to do the best with this show as far as with my state of direction. And again, I say it for the longest. I'm just the name, the face. I gotta pay the bill in another couple more weeks. PlayStation Network bill ain't due for another month or so. The 80% are you guys. The 80%, again, is the YouTube community, the PlayStation community, the moderators, the subscribers, the viewers, the thumbs up, the comments. And if anything I miss, I will add to a future show. But these things matter. They might not matter to Bobby B and the rest of the lame trollers in the world, but it matters to us. And again, this is the time you really need to start enforcing things more stronger. Because if not, it won't be no longer the YouTube community. It will no longer be the PlayStation community. Because now it's like, how should I put it? Let me make it to a term where you can understand. And I'm not going to use any profanity because, as you can see, my state of direction is up there. Think of it as a long story short. Think of it as you got a neighbor next door and your dog and the neighbor's dog crap in your yard. Now, mind you, you have your own dog, but they crap in your yard with somebody else's dog. Now, you think I'm going to clean up behind my own dog and somebody else's dog in my yard? Not going to happen. I can take care of my own pets, even though I don't have pets, but I'm just using that as a metaphor of an example. That's what it looks like. And right now, YouTube, PlayStation community, even though you guys doing your job, but the trollers are bringing their dogs. They're crapping in your yard. They're crapping in PlayStation yard, YouTube's yard. More importantly, they're crapping in my yard. Now, the bigger question you need to ask yourself, because I'm asking this question right now, and I'm trying to do everything in my power to clean up my own yard. Not to mention, I'll be damn, I'm going to clean up behind somebody else's. What are you guys going to do to keep your yard clean? This is where my ideal comes in. I highly, very, very seriously, you guys need to reconsider my ideal. For all you know, the worst thing can happen if it don't work. Here's the scariest part of my ideal. And please email me. I'll check my email before the beginning and the end of the month. The scariest, the most threatening part of my ideal, and what I'm mentioning right now to the world that's watching, what if it does work? More importantly, what are they going to do to stop it? Again, I'm trying not to get too emotional. I'm trying not to get too impulsive. Impulsive I can. Because of my health issues, because of this heart, I'm trying to sustainably keep my emotions in a perspective guideline. Something needs to be done. Because if not, YouTube, PlayStation, DCN networks and power players, if you think you got one troller crapping in our yard, what's going to happen when you get 1,000 trollers in your yard, 10,000 trollers in your yard? 1 billion trollers in your yard. I'm sorry, 1 billion is too small. 1 trillion trollers in everybody's yard, bringing their dogs, crapping up the place. Before you know it, you're going to get sick and tired of the smell to the point you're going to vomit. And what's even harder part of the job, how's you going to clean all that up? Use my ideal. Take my advice. And if you do succeed, all I want is 2 things. 1, pay me for the ideal. And 2, keep it going. And that's all I ask. But think about it. And as far as Bobby B is concerned, your time's coming. If I can't stop you, I guarantee you, you better pray for your sake that if my ideal does work, or if somebody else come up with the ideal before they do, it's good that if you could stop one of us, how you gonna stop all of us? You can't. You really can't. See, that's one thing about the world. See, and a friend of mine was telling me the other day, and again, shout out goes out to Larry Leonard. See, and what he said makes some good statements, you know. And I've been playing it cool. He's saying, don't fall into this individual's world. I don't need to be in his world. And I was just telling this to Prince Unique the other day, and I'm about to end this show. You know what's bigger than a planet? Space. You know what's bigger than space? A universe. You know what's bigger than a universe? A galaxy. You want to know what's bigger than a galaxy? A dimension. You want to know what's bigger than a dimension? A multi-dimension. Me, I would love to have a multi-dimension. But again, this ain't the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm just dreaming out of imagination. But as far as this show, and I want Bobby to pay attention real clear. I want Bobby B to understand this very, very carefully, because it's the one time I'm going to ever do this state of direction again in regarding of all the trollers, especially Bobby B. You might think I'm in your world, but the truth of the reality beyond honesty that goes towards the truth, you're in my universe. I don't need a world, and I know I got a universe. Straight up. So to all my viewers, leave in comments, leave in ideals, leave in suggestions. Like I said once before, I'm always open to ideals. I'm always open to new comments. And if you can't leave it on the show, you can email me. Again, I check my email twice a month. So if I don't get back to you sooner, because I'm busy, and I apologize. For starters, I'm going to give out quick shout outs, and I'm going to end this show right now. To the president and co-founder of DCN Networks and Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris, I'm on my way. So if you watch this show, just let you know I'm on my way. To everybody at North and Sheffield Commons, Officer D will be back Friday, and to protect them all from the forces of evil. Don't forget, 4th of July is coming up. Give me a second. So there's a chance I might be doing a 4th of July show in the next couple of days, so you don't want to miss out on that. Just let everybody know. Alright, we're going to go here. We don't want to discuss about games right now. I'll bring that up on another topic, another show. Who else I need to give a shout out to? To my boy Dion, you got the 3rd on lock. I'm not worried. Shout out goes out to you. To Robbo, you owe me 2 dinners, man. You owe me 2 pot roast dinners. So we're going to talk about that for another date, another time. Shout out goes out to you. To my West Side family, the Redmond. Shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, the Crittens and Colognes. Shout out goes out to you. And to also my other immediate family on my dad's side of the family, the Millsaps. Shout out goes out to you guys as well. To the love of my life, Demetri Gann Johnson, the future Mrs. Critton, to everybody in Gary and Hobart, Indiana, shout out goes out to you. To all my future grandkids, my greatest treasures in the world. Love them so unconditionally. Shout out goes out to you guys. To the dangerous one himself, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia. To my other brother, Alex the Lone Wolf Thorne. Shout out goes out to you. To my brother that's in New York City, my co-host, Prince Unique. Shout out goes out to you. To your boy Jeremiah King. Hey man, try not to hurt none of the inmates, man. Shout out goes out to you. Who else I need to give a shout out to? And if I miss anybody, leave in comments. Oh, last but not least, I'm gonna start doing this every chance I get, if I have the chance. And if this is your birthday month of July 2nd, 2024, happy birthday from all of us from DC Networks and Power Players. My next guess is, do I give out shout outs? Sure I do. It's really no problem. One, you seriously have to sub to the show. That's the most important thing of all. Two, you leave in a comment. Three, if I see it within the comments, I will be more than gladly to give you a shout out live as far as the day before or the day after on DC Networks and Power Players. And again, hope everybody enjoyed their birthday on July 2nd as well. Hopefully before the end of the day is out, I will do some exclusive gameplay and we will go from there. And that's about it. As of right now, this State of Direction Tuesday morning, July 2nd, 2024 has now come to a closure, and this show is about to come to its final destination. Little robot buddy, you can go on break. Well, that's about it. Hopefully I'll come back later on today as far as do some exclusive gameplay. We talk about movies or any other topics you want to bring to the show. Please leave in the comments. And the most important thing of all, besides comments, I need more subscribers. Please tell your family, your friends, and everybody about this show. My time is up, and I'm out of here. This is Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I talk to everybody later and later. Peace. Until next time, Chicago. Until next time, the world. This is Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. 4th of July's coming up real soon. The only thing I want to hear is fireworks, barbecues, everybody partying, having a good time. But the one thing I don't want to hear is gunshots, man. Please. Don't consider that as fireworks too. Put those guns down. Put them down. I keep telling you, the bullet you spare might save somebody else. It might even save your own life. I'm out of here. Take care. Peace.